We will proceed to the third type of proportion, which is the partitive proportion. In partitive proportion, it involves a ratio of 2 or more terms. So this proportion requires dividing a number or a quantity in 2 or more parts that are not necessarily equal. So, for example, A plus B plus C is equal to X. Or kaya pwede ring A plus B is equal to X. So this A, B, C are not necessarily equal. So we will proceed to the first example of partitive proportion. So suppose a man owns 15 hectares of land. He wants to divide the land into two unequal areas based on the ratio of 2:3. The smaller area will be used for the shelter of his animals and the other area for crops. So the given ratio 2:3 means that 2 parts of the land will be for the animals. So 2 parts of the land will be for the animals and 3 parts of the land will be for the crops. So as we can see in the illustration, in order to divide the land in a ratio of 2:3, we first need to partition the whole land into 5 parts. So 2 plus 3 equals 5 parts. 5 parts. So we can also say that 2 out of 5 is equal to the animals, and then 3 out of 5 is for the crops. So to calculate the number of hectares of land for the animals, we just need to find the 2/5 of the hectare. So 2 out of 5, 2/5. So we have 2/5 times 15, which is given. So we have 2/5 times 15 equals 6 hectares. So all in all, for the shelter of animals, we have 6 hectares of land. Then 3/5 times 15 hectares is equal to 9 hectares. So that this is for the crops naman. So in this solution, we apply the concept of partitive proportion, which we can now define as proportion that requires dividing a number or a quantity into 2 or more parts. So as you can see, we have 2 parts here because we have the given 2:3. So for the next example, the owner of a factory gives a total of 30,000 pesos as incentive to the 3 most productive workers. The amount is divided among those workers in the ratio of 5:3:2. How much does each of them receive? So we have to add this ratio, so we can get a total of 10 parts. So each of them, the first, it have 5/10 as an incentive. 5/10 of 30,000. Then the other one is 3/10 of the 30,000. And the last one, which is 2/10 times 30,000. So we will total this. So 510 times 30,000 or 1/2 of 30,000 is equal to 15,000. Then 3/10 times 30,000, we have 10,000. Then the last one is 2/10 times 30,000. We have 5,000. So, in conclusion, the first worker have 15,000, first worker. The second worker have 10,000 and the third worker have 5,000. So, the three most productive workers will receive the amount of 15,000, 10,000, and 5,000. So, sa pagsagot nyo ng word problem, don't forget na we have to conclude or put a conclusion like this. Therefore, the three most productive workers will receive 15,000, 10,000, and 5,000. So for the third example, lollipop machine A works twice as fast as machine B. Then machine B works twice as fast as machine C. If the three machines will function at the same time, produce 1,400,000 lollipops, how many lollipops will each machine produce? So sabi dito, si machine A daw works twice as fast as machine B. Then machine B works twice as fast as machine C. So we will assume that si machine C will able to make 1 lollipop. Ito ang kay C. So sabi niya dito, works. So machine B naman works twice as fast as machine C. So 2 times 1 for machine B equals 2. Kay A naman, machine A, sabi niya dito, works twice as fast as P, machine B. So ibig sabihin, 2 times 2 na kay machine B. So si machine A will work 4 times. So we have, all in all, 1:2:4, which is, in total, we have 7 parts. So we have 1/7 or C times 1,400,000 to find the total na nagagawa ni machine B. Sa machine C. Kay machine B naman, we have 2/7 times 1,400,000. Kay machine C naman, we have, machine A equals 4/7 times 1,400,000. So we will total this. So kay machine C, we have 1,400,000 divided by 7. We have 200,000 lollipops. Kay machine B naman, we have 2/7 times 1,400,000. We have 400,000 lollipops. Then, kay machine A naman, we have 4/7 times 1,400,000. So we have 800,000 all in all. So as you can see, ang total ni A, 800,000, which is twice as much as kay machine B. Si machine B naman is 400,000, which is twice as much as kay machine C. So in conclusion, machine A, B, and C will produce 800,000, 400,000, and 200,000 lollipops respectively. So to summarize the topic, to distinguish the three types of proportion, we will have The first one, direct proportion. Sa direct proportion, if x increases, the y also increases. So, sabi ko nga, di ba, yung ating example, for example, is age and height. As the age of the person increases, the height also increases. So, we have A is to B equals C is to D. In direct proportion, we will multiply this like this. So we have, it should be A times D is equal to B times C. So this is the extremes and these are the means. So it should be like this. Ang kalalabasan niya, yung magiging total niya. Sa indirect proportion naman, kabaliktaran. So we have, if the x variable increases, the y variable decreases. So, in using this formula, A is to B equals C is to D, ang pinagkaiba niya sa direct proportion, AB should be equal to CD. So, AB is equal to CD. Diba? Dito sa first, sa direct proportion, we have AD equals BC. Dito naman, pinagkaiba niya AB, A times B is equal to C times D. So next, we have the partitive proportion. Sa partitive proportion naman, madidistinguish mo talaga siya agad-agad kasi commonly, partitive proportion problems have 3 ratios, like A is to B is to C. So you will add that up. You have ABC parts. So we have X. For example, 1 plus 2 plus 3, we have 6 parts. Ganon. So yun. If may problem na ibibigay sa inyo, if i-distinguish if it is direct proportion, indirect proportion, or partitive proportion, first na i-ask nyo sarili nyo, is the variables increasing, the first value, if the first variable increases, then the second variable increases. Pag naman sa indirect proportion, if the first variable increases, then the y variable decreases.